What is going on, folks? TJ Lauerman, aka That Sports Gamer here, head of community for Out of the Park Developments. And we are back here with another episode of the Baseball America Prospects League update. And I'm back joined by my buddy, JJ Cooper, executive editor for Baseball America. JJ, how's it going?
I'm good. I will not do that typing again right now because that looks really awful on the screen. I'll use my other keyboard. But Max is back too. 2 weeks in a row for Max.
Yeah. Great having Max back. We had Josh last week, who was great on the show. While you were gone, the Mariners continued their domination, and things were pretty good. We've got some new home run leaders that have taken over. But before we jump into that, two things I want to talk about. One, the top story right now over on Baseball America is about how minor league baseball has replaced their negotiating team with MLB. Do you want to dive into that a little bit?
Yeah, so basically with less than 2 months until the current professional baseball agreement between Major League Baseball and Minor League Baseball expires, in that period of time, with 57 days, I guess, left to go, MILB yesterday replaced its negotiating team with a group that I would say is more inclined to try to keep the minor league baseball offices in St. Petersburg alive. And I would say with that also the independence of minor league baseball from Major League Baseball. I don't know where this is going to end up, but I do think it adds a very significant wrinkle. You could, to negotiations. I think you could even say maybe a hurdle to a deal, at least in the short term, because obviously anytime that you replace an entire negotiating team with a new negotiating team, there's going to likely be a little bit of kind of pulling back and kind of having to start over a little bit. And so it's going to be very interesting to see where this goes. I've been writing about this story for pretty much, it feels like a year now, almost a year. Actually 2 years, because we started talking about this 2 years ago. And 2 years ago, it was like, oh, this is a long ways down the road. This is going to happen eventually. And now here we are. There's, again, September. It's not like September 30th, everything turns into a pumpkin and there's no minor league baseball anymore. But we will be talking about a situation then where that we will have expired. The current agreement will have expired, and who knows what happens after that.
Yeah, it was a really interesting read, especially since I guess I kind of assumed this was kind of how minor league baseball worked, but I didn't actually know. Like, I didn't even know that there was the offices in St. Petersburg, and essentially the guy that's negotiating on behalf of minor league baseball, I guess if the deal works out, he would actually kind of not have a job anymore, right? If
the deal that MLB proposed that minor leagues baseball's previous negotiating team was working on, if that happened, I think that it's fair to say that it would likely have meant the elimination of minor league baseball's offices in St. Petersburg and all the officers and all that go with that.
Yeah, and what's it? MLB is made up of 160 ownership. I would say owners, but ownership groups.
Teams, but 160 teams. There are some owners who own more than one team. There are also, there's 10 teams in the Appalachian League, which are technically not owned by anyone. Those are actually owned by MLB clubs, but at the same time, there are people who have agreements to run those teams. It gets very convoluted very quickly, but I don't think that one thing I'll say with this, I don't think it changes in any way that it is still likely that there will not be 160 teams next year. Yeah. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah, so if you haven't read the piece, I highly recommend go over to baseballamerica.com. It's the top story there right now. And if you're not a subscriber to Baseball America, you should do that. I think it's $6.25 a month. If you just want to go month by month.
And thank you if you do, because that's how I get to eat.
Keeps the lights on. And in the middle of the stream, we'll be giving away a 1 month subscription to Baseball America.
Sweet.
And as we said, I feel like every time we do a show together, something big happens. And today, I think the Marlins sent something like 13 players to the IL for COVID-related stuff. which means they had to make lots and lots and lots of moves today to fill out a viable team. But thankfully, I guess they got rained out today, and I think they're supposed to have a doubleheader tomorrow, so they get an extra day to think about it.
It's one of the craziest days I've ever seen for as far as transactions. I mean, so if you don't mind, I'd love to rattle this off for just a second. I've got it up in front of me.
Please.
So they acquired Richard Blyer from the Orioles and James Hoyt from Cleveland, one for player to be named or cash, and James Hoyt for cash considerations. Claim Justin Schaefer and Josh Smith off waivers from the Reds. Claim Mike Morin off waivers from Milwaukee. Claim Brian Moran off waivers from Toronto. Recalled Jorge Guzman, Justin Schaefer, Jordan Yamato, the other left-handed Josh T. Smith, and Monte Harrison. Reinstated Lewis Brinson and Matt Joyce from the injured list. Selected the contracts of Dan Castano, Josh A. Smith. Sorry, that's the other Josh Smith. Nick Vincent, Ryan Lavarnway, and Eddie Alvarez, the former Olympic speed skater, and signed Logan Forsythe to a 1-year MLB contract. That was basically what their transactions have been. That's insane.
And that's just today.
Mm-hmm.
They've been doing a lot of stuff this last week as well. Didn't they re-sign the amphibious pitcher, Pat Venditti? So, yeah, they've been doing a lot. And so we'll be seeing some of these BAPL guys up in the pros now. I know there was talk of bringing up Lewin Davis, but they're keeping him down.
Yeah, not a whole lot of prospects came up in this move, is one thing you notice.
Yeah.
A lot of claims. Also, that doesn't even include that they signed Brett Eibner and sent him to the right-hander / outfielder and sent from the Sugarland Skeeters and sent him to the alternate site.
Yeah. So the Marlins, I mean, they're just trying to figure it out. And I think the Cardinals are now stopped till Friday or next Monday or
last I heard it was an indeterminate time, but it was going to be for a significant period of time, it would appear.
Yeah.
Because basically they're right now, in essence, where the Marlins were 4, 5, 6 days ago.
Yeah, or even more now. I think they only had 3 games, and we're up to like 10 or 12 now. So yeah, it's.
I'm still here. I'm going to let the dog out so he can wander and go free.
Sure. Yeah, it's certainly been an interesting season so far, but hey, and then the guy I was counting on for my major league team blows out an Achilles last night. So
that was painful and sad to watch.
The worst part was yesterday during the day. I'm like, I'm gonna go. I don't have a care in the world. We've already won 3 out of 4 from the Mets. DeGrom's facing us. He'll probably beat us. It's no big deal. We got this lead. Nobody else in the division has a winning record. I don't even have to watch this game. There's going to be nothing. Everything's good. Nothing bad can happen tonight. And then, like, the 4th inning, I turned it on, and I'm like, where'd Soroka go? And then I looked at Twitter, and I was like, that's not good. That's
painful.
Yeah. But hey, maybe we get to see some of the guys that have stepped up for the Braves get their shot.
They need it because that starting pitching staff right now is.
I wouldn't
has
call
gone
it
from a strength to a weakness real quick.
They have a starting pitcher left, Fried, and then a lot of question marks. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. So let's dive in to the Baseball America Prospects League. We have the standings here. In the last 10 games, we're currently up to June 25th. I think last stream we got to June 10th or June 12th. Seattle Mariners went 7-3 in their last 10. They're now 15 and a half games up on the Astros.
I'm stunned. I mean, running away with it.
I thought they would be good. I didn't think it would be like this.
Agreed.
Especially with some of the Angels, even like the Angels, with some of the guys they have, like Joe Adell and Jared Walsh. Jared Walsh has 22 home runs. And him and Adell are both hitting 286. I thought they would have carried this team a little bit more, but...
and the thing about it is that, okay, admittedly, the rest of the division is not great, but 40-39, the Astros are, have a winning record, and they have no hope, none, of catching.
Yeah, they can. Yeah. They have a shot at a wild card spot. They're currently a game out of the second wild card spot. So... I mean, if you're 15 and a half games back and can still get a wild card, that's pretty good, I guess.
Yeah. And by the way, do remember, we're not playing. We do not have 16 teams making the playoffs.
Yeah, this is real playoffs. Tampa Bay continues their winning ways. They're 9-1 in the last 10, and they are now 5 games up on the Orioles. They were kind of battling it out for a little while, but the Orioles went 2-8 in the last 10, so that kind of threw them out of whack for this last sim. Twins.
I look here. I do agree. Was it Alex who said, I'm the thing I am shocked most about is the Padres here.
Yeah, 35-46, 13 games back.
They're not very good.
Yeah,
what happened? I expected them to be one of the teams that would contend for the title here.
What? I feel like you look at the stats and you're like, what happened? Why are they not good? Seth Mejias-Green, 298 with 9 home runs. Edward Olivares, 224 in the middle of the lineup. That's probably not helping.
Yeah, that's maybe part of the reason.
Luis Campusano hitting 317 with 7 home runs. I mean, they're hitting pretty good. Patino's, they're getting a little DeGrom syndrome, it looks like. Patino's 4-9 with a 2.60 ERA.
The pitching staff looks like it's been great.
Yeah, they're just not getting any kind of support. Andres Munoz, 11 saves with a 3.80 ERA. Javi Guerra's pitching really good for them in the bullpen. But yeah, they're just...
This doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
We're going to have to start tinkering.
If you would go back to their stand, let's look at their run differential. Are they getting jobbed?
Where is expanded settings? All the way down here at the bottom. -5 runs.
Okay, so they are better than their record would indicate. The record would indicate that they actually should be the second best team in the West.
And yeah, they're really getting killed in 1-run games. They're 7-20.
By the way, the Rangers, on the other hand, they're just bad.
Yeah.
The Rangers should be worse than they are. -158. When the Rangers lose, they lose very, very, very badly.
Yeah. That's not really good. Blue Jays, -71. -82 for the Angels. Yeah. Yeah, it's really 1-run games that are killing them. How are the Padres 7-20 in 1-run games?
How have they had that many 1-run games?
Actually, the Royals also 7-20. Huh. Interesting.
But that is something that does stand out to me, and also tells me again, like you look at also that exact same thing. The Royals should be much better than they are, but if you're 7-20 in 1-run games, run differential is not going to matter too much.
Yeah. Cardinals are a half game up in the NL Central over the Pirates, but the Pirates and the Reds are all very, very close.
Bunched up.
Braves still in charge of the NL East,
as expected. Braves as expected. Twins maybe not as expected, but not surprised. I wouldn't really say I'm surprised by that, because the Twins do. I just think they have a lot of prospect depth.
Actually, the Braves and Phillies were close, because it was Braves went 8-2 in their last 10. Phillies went 3-7, and now the Phillies are 2.5 back. So they were neck and neck for a bit there. But as a Braves fan, we can go in there and see do we just call all these guys up? I assume Bryce Wilson has got to be on the short list.
So Wright's already in the rotation.
Yeah.
Now.
With his, I think he did 3 innings last time, 4 innings.
Yeah, it's not been something. Basically, the first time through the order for Kyle Wright's really good. So far, the second time has been not as friendly to him. Is the way I would put it. But Wilson's already on the 40, so that would seem to maybe get him a little bit before shot maybe before Ian Anderson. Although I don't think Anderson has to be on the 40 yet.
Yeah, I don't think he is yet. And that feels like the guy that they're going to wait the most. They're probably going to run out everybody else before Ian Anderson, just because they expect him to be the best. But so.
But, I look at the rest of this line. I mean, Drew Waters is having a pretty nice season in the middle of the lineup right there.
Yeah, 311 average, 393 on base, 10 home runs, 528 slugging. So he's doing good.
But really, this lineup is probably the weakness here. This is not a massive amount of production so far.
I wonder if they're getting on
Pitching
base.
staff, though.
They're not even really getting on base a lot.
But pitching staff's been really good.
Yeah. Trey Harris is a 374 on base. Posh is 334.
AJ Graffinino may need to play a little bit more.
Yeah, we need to start making some moves around here to get some of these guys going. Bryce Ball hitting 180 again. One of those super young guys with not a lot of.
But looking at that, Bo Phillip versus AJ Graffinino, it may be time to do the flip.
I'm doing
a lot of potential there, but not all there yet.
Doing it right.
Got a couple of chat questions with it. So we always have Cardinal fan 3000 always wondering how Carlson and Gorman are doing. Every time.
You ever just do something and your mind completely blanks to what you're trying to do?
Bo Phillip versus AJ Graffinino, maybe? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah. Hold on. I think there's no. We'll figure it out. Cardinals. Let's go to the Cardinals.
And then we also have, after that, we'll try to check in on Jack Fraley. The M's.
Let's see. Dylan Carlson hitting 207 with 9 home runs.
So no, the answer is Cardinal fan 3000. No, Dylan Carlson has not turned it around, and neither has Nolan Gorman.
Nope. 310 on base for Carlson. 333 on base for Nolan Gorman. Lane Thomas.
Trey Fletcher also a little bit, but Lane Thomas and Andrew Kisner.
Keeping them alive.
Yeah.
And good starting pitching. And a really good bullpen.
Although pitching is overall, and all these teams we check out, the pitching seems pretty good. Mm-hmm. We're playing with minor league balls, not major league balls here.
Yeah. Only AA and below. None of that AAA stuff.
But, but so I think Thomas72 is also asking about Jack Fraley, which, Jack's been traded, but I'm pretty confident in saying that that's Mariners.
Yeah. 18 doubles, 17 home runs.
Jake Fraley, not Jack, but Jake, yes.
Yeah. 248 average, 299 on base, 482 slugging. So he's doing all right.
Yeah.
Could be getting on base a little bit more. A sub 300 on base isn't what you want to see, but he's getting extra base hits.
And so we've got Alex wanting to know how Rogers and Walker are doing for the Rockies. I don't know why my voice went like that. The Rockies.
You got excited. They got a good logo. Not this.
And
logo,
then we'll get to NY Jets wanting to know about Jason Dominguez and Clark Schmidt.
Hey, a lot of home runs in in Colorado.
Yeah, it is Coors. It is Coors.
Again, guys that are MLB ready, doing quite good. Brendan
Colton
Rodgers.
Walker also mashing. So the answer to that is mashing and mashing.
Yeah. Their pitching staff, not so great.
It's Coors.
Their closer though, doing good. Ashton.
Oh, Carl Kaufman, turn away.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ashton Goudeau. I'm gonna say that's his name.
I believe that's how.
187 ERA. 227 BAPIP, and he's striking out a ton. So he's doing quite well.
So I guess next up is what is the Yankees and Jason and Clark Schmidt. Clark Schmidt was doing very well last I remember.
Yeah, he is 8-4 with a 2.52 ERA.
Jason was not playing a ton, if I remember right, because he is 17.
Yeah.
And yet to actually officially have an official game.
Yeah, 55 at bats. Not a whole lot going on. 11 hits. 200.
I'm not going to fault him.
Yeah.
He's very, very, very young for this and inexperienced.
We could always throw him in if we want. Someone I did want to look up. For Alex. This is a for Alex lookup. This isn't a personal lookup. We got to see what Seth Beer's up to. 276, 413, 437. So 10 home runs. So he's playing pretty good.
Andy Young just got called up by the D-backs. So Dalton
good.
Varsho also has been called up.
Yes, they're doing pretty good. Kevin Ginkel, 19 saves, 171 ERA.
Pitching staff overall, though, not as stout as some of the other ones we were talking about.
Yeah. The back end of the bullpen, though, with some of these names, I just look at them and I'm like, I got no idea. Josh Green, easy name, pitching great.
JB Bukauskas.
JB Bukauskas.
JB Bukauskas. I saw him pitch many a time in college, so that's an easy one for me.
Yeah. All right. I think that is good. Oh, let's hop over to the leaderboards real quick.
Yes.
Got a lot of new names on the AL side, I feel. Ronaldo Hernandez now leading the league in
Ronaldo.
313. Playing good. Jeter Downs has exploded recently. He's up to 22 home runs. And a 4.3 WAR.
This is a very spread leaderboard. Oh, there's Jake Fraley, by the way.
Up there with 66
Jake
RBIs.
Fraley leading in RBI is not something I expected. Lamont Wade leading in OBP. Okay. I can see that.
What do we got? Austin Hayes leading in slugging. Jared Walsh on base and slugging. Luis Robert, 4.9 WAR. Makes sense.
And I think anyone watching Major League Baseball right now, not surprised by that.
Yeah. We got Xavier Edwards with 107
Nick
hits.
Heath up with the Royals has taken that lead over Khalil Lee.
They were very close.
In that Royals battle for stolen bases.
Last week they were very close, and Heath has taken a dominant lead with 33 steals.
What about pitching?
Bubba Thompson on the other side, 10 caught stealings. Not doing great. AL pitcher Tyler Ivey, 9-4 with a 1.89 ERA. Kopech with 11 wins. Brendan McKay with 3.6 WAR. Makes sense. Wyatt Mills, 26 saves. Brendan McKay, 140 strikeouts. 14 more than Jesus Luzardo. Who I think Jesus Luzardo might be starting today.
Jesus Luzardo just struck out 2 in his first inning of his first MLB start. Nice. Yes, maybe I'm checking Twitter occasionally through this. And touched 97 miles an hour.
You got to be here for the breaking news. Dane Dunning has 3 complete games, 2 shutouts.
Man,
he's doing pretty good. Christian Javier, 12.1 Ks per 9.
Oh, by the way, it was the O's playing the Marlins, right? I believe so. Yeah. So I think it is. I believe that they are playing right now.
Oh, so, I definitely thought it already got postponed.
No, they got delayed, but because I think that they've already chased the O's starter from the game.
Makes sense. National League hitters, Carter Kieboom, in most places. Isabel back on top of home runs with 22.
Ibandel Isabel.
Also, I can scroll down a little bit because he's also on top of the strikeout list with 121.
That's not surprising either.
So, didn't think we saw that coming.
Again, Carter Kieboom running away with MVP of the National League. It's not close.
Colton Welker, 78 RBIs, 13 more than Isabel.
We were just talking about Brendan Rodgers, second in OBP, second in batting average, second in slugging. If it wasn't for Carter Kieboom, Brendan Rodgers would be the MVP. But
first in runs for Brendan Rodgers, so he's got that going for him.
DJ Abrams, 21 steals.
Christian Posh, 7 triples. That's pretty good. Jaron Kendall, stop running. 14 caught stealings. Just stop. He's 18. He's stolen 18, got caught 14 times.
Yeah, let's just put a stop sign back up there.
Oh, some of these guys. Maybe we should have left the coaches in, Alex, because someone give them the stop sign.
But what about pitching on the NL side?
Let's see, what do we got? Kyle Wright with a 157 ERA. Ian Anderson with 11 wins.
Apparently working later in games in the BAPL than he is in the majors.
Yeah, just a little bit. He is leading in innings
May
pitched.
also pitching tonight in the majors.
I don't have his flowing locks in the game. Let me get that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that hair does not look like Dustin May hair.
Max Kranik, again, another guy with 3 complete games, 2 shutouts. So he's doing good.
Josiah Gray,
Not walking anybody. 12 walks in 97 and a third innings. Adrian
Tim
Moorjohn.
Cate giving up the gopher ball, which actually makes some sense. You know, not overwhelming velocity. Good curveball, but if he hangs it.
Sixto Sanchez, 1 walk per 9. 1.1 walks per 9. Bryce Wilson, 0.78 whip. Yeah. Tucker Davidson, with this Braves team, doing great. The Braves have the top 3 pitchers in BAPIP. 4 of the top 7. I'm not saying I did anything to this league, but definitely looks like I did something to this league. Yeah, so that's what we got going.
So let's
there.
now. What are our potential matchups?
Let's see what our options are as I try to remember how to do a giveaway.
Cardinal fan requesting first and third base coaches in OTP 22.
I have also been requesting first and third base coaches in OOTP 22, so hopefully that'll be a thing at some point.
Luzardo, Honeywell, you're kind of tempting because we have Luzardo actually pitching right now.
Then we also have Mize and Dunning.
Casey Mize, you know, the rumors are, you know, that his debut will be real soon.
What else we got here? Ooh, Helsley and Trevor Rogers, both sub-3 ERA guys.
Not bad.
We do have a Bryce Wilson game. I think we already watched the Braves though. So
yeah,
Kevin Smith and Logan Webb, again, both sub-3 ERA guys. Max Kranik and Will Crow.
I know which one jumps out to me.
Which one do you want to go with? Or do you want to look at tomorrow just to be safe?
Let's look at tomorrow.
We got Albert Alzole and Clark Schmidt. I think we already saw Clark Schmidt pitch.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did.
Matt Manning and
Dean Kramer, acquired in the Manny Machado trade. Joe Ryan, one of the sneaky. We don't need, you know, one of the sneaky pitching prospects, many pitching prospects for the Rays.
Justin Dunn is actually 9-1 with a 3.19 ERA. What else? I don't love a 2.91 ERA versus 7 ERA guy, so AJ Puck and Jonathan Stiever are going to have to win.
No.
Rockies and Twins. Rolison and Smeltzer. Krause and Brown.
So Alex, the Rockies are on the road, so I'd say we nix the Coors game because there's no Coors right now.
Corbin Martin and Spencer Howard. Spencer Howard 8-3 with a 1.58 ERA.
Corbin Martin healthy in the
game. My new team, the Padres, have a Mackenzie Gore and against David Peterson, another sub-3 ERA battle.
And David Peterson pitched last night, I believe, against Soroka.
I think so.
The Mets.
Yeah. So I leave it to you.
I'm going to say let's do that Luzardo game since he's literally pitching right now.
And let me set up this giveaway. 1 month of Baseball America. And I think I know how to do this now and not screw it up. And I think I actually did it. I'm pretty proud of myself. So if you want to get a free 1 month subscription to baseballamerica.com, type !ticket in the chat, and that will get you entered to win the giveaway. So yeah, we're going to do A's are 40-40, Rays are 50-31. I feel like the Rays might have this one.
We'll see, though. The great thing about baseball, you'd never know.
Yeah, it's not played on paper. It's played by those little men inside your television. Or computer now with your MLB at-bat subscription. Or MLB TV. I guess they don't call it at-bat anymore, right? So.
Yes. I still, when on my phone, I still look for it as at-bat and then realize that it's MLB.
Hey, Jorge Mateo doing all right with his old team. Hitting 309.
Oh, wait, also the A's, I think, brought up James Caprillion today, too.
So the A's have Jorge Mateo at DH leading off, Sky Bolt in right, Austin Allen behind the plate, Seth Brown at first, Sheldon Neese? Noisy? None of those letters spell
His
Noisy.
brother was just recently drafted, if I remember correctly.
Logan Davidson at second, Luzardo.
Lázaro Armenteros, one of the big Cuban signings out of Cuba. Monster of a man.
So we have a hockey game, which I refuse to play because I can't pronounce any of those players' names.
Austin Beck and Robert Pueson, who was was supposed to be. Robert Pueson is the guy who was supposed to go to the Braves, and then they were found to have manipulated bonuses in advance of his signing year, and so they were declared ineligible to sign him. Not Pueson's fault, the Braves' fault. So.
And I assume, seeing how MLB hands out penalties, that GM of the Braves probably just got a slap on the wrist and was back in a couple weeks, right?
Or has never been seen again in baseball because he is facing a lifetime ban. Although technically he's facing a ban, I guess theoretically he could apply for reinstatement at some point. But so far, John Coppolella not in baseball.
He was a good Twitter guy. Hashtag ask copy.
The reality of it is a lot of those prospects that he acquired are now, are currently pitching or playing, in the lineup for them.
All right. So for the Rays, we have Xavier Edwards at DH, Vidal Brujan at second base, Kevin Padlo at third, Wander Franco at short, Ronaldo Hernandez behind the plate, Josh Lowe in center, Brandon McKay is playing first. Okay, I don't know we said that. Lucius Fox in left, and Nico Holsizer in right. Brent Honeywell Jr.
An OVC star, Nico Holsizer, Ohio Valley Conference, Morehead State, if I remember correctly. And we get a healthy Brent Honeywell, which I wish we would get in real life mainly for Brent Honeywell's sake, because he's battled a lot of injuries.
All right. We will close the tickety thing and pick a winner. That was quick. All right, let's close the giveaway. Brady Cincy got in there right as the
well done, Brady
thing
Cincy.
Closed. Way to get in there. Winner is Cardinal fan.
Cardinal fan.
Again? Are we allowed to give Cardinal fan a second month?
I don't know.
That's
a good question for a Cardinal fan.
I don't know. We'll have to talk to the higher ups about that. But I think I have Cardinal fans' email, so I can get that taken care of. All right, let's dive into this game. Tampa Bay has a lot of the good stuff on their side, so they should be pretty well off in this game. All right, Honeywell Jr. 7-7. 32 earned runs in 100 innings.
I think the answer, Cardinal fans, is we're going to find out.
Yeah, I think so. I have to talk to another .J to see how that works, but 107 Ks in 100 innings, so we should see some strikeouts today, in theory.
If Jesus Luzardo, I should say, is not striking out, guys, something is weird. He's already struck out 3 in his first 4 outs in the real game going on right now.
Let's know, what was that guy's name? Tyler Alexander? For the Tigers? Struck out 9 straight?
9 strikeouts, which is amazing for a dude who is Jorge Mateo starting us off here.
Starts it off with a triple. It's
one of the faster guys in the minors. Former Yankees prospect.
I remember watching spring training games with him and thinking, wow, this guy's really fast. And then I think a week later was when they traded him, and I was like, I don't like that trade because Mateo looks pretty good. Skybolt.
As we've always said, we keep getting plenty of scoring in the first inning.
Yeah. I don't know if you stuck around for the whole stream last week, but went a little long because I think we went to the 15th, 14th, 15th inning. We do not have the runner on second rule. It's in the game, just not enabled in this league. drove Mateo in, and Seth Brown flew out to end the inning. All right, let's see what Luzardo can do. You know what I just realized? They cannot hear the game sounds. I will fix that. There we go.
Well, we already have a Luzardo strikeout.
That was quick. Cardinal fan says Mateo never turns out into anything in his saves. Well, I blame the coaching in the saves.
In his defense, he can also say that in your sim right here, Dylan Carlson and Nolan Gorman are not turning out. So that's on you.
It's my fault. That's Alex's fault, because Alex was the one that tinkered with stuff.
So, by the way, Padlos, so we now have 2 strikeouts for Luzardo.
Noisy. No, I don't see it. I see any use.
Yeah, I'm terrible at pronunciations, but again, he was a college stud, Oklahoma, if I remember correctly. And that's how I get to know these things.
Well, I think we still disagree on Christian Posh, right? You're a Poche guy?
Poche.
I'm a Posh guy. Two more strikeouts there for this guy whose name I've already forgotten.
Honeywell.
There we go. You know, I was thinking of my thermostat, and I just could not.
By the way, Austin Beck striking out there. Notable, Austin Beck is not on the A's 60-man roster, which not a whole lot of first-round picks that are, especially not current year, but 2018 first-round pick in Austin Beck's case. Not a lot of those guys aren't on rosters. Wander again.
Lines out to right field. We didn't check out how Nick Madrigal's in the league, right? We should check out how he's doing.
No, but by the way, Nick Madrigal got hurt in real life.
No, today? You know, I stopped looking.
Yeah.
I try to stay off Twitter just a little bit today, and the whole world falls apart. There's a walk to Josh Lowe. And the wild pitch. I feel like the walks, wild pitches, and pass balls all happen right around the same time.
Wild pitches happen, and we see a number of those in every game. Speaking of, I'm a little bit behind on the street. Speaking of, a lot of foul territory here at Tropicana.
Dylan McKay at the plate. Only hitting 220, but getting things done. Drives in a run there. Drives in 2 runs. Gives the Rays a 2-1 lead. Lucius Fox up.
The speedy Lucius Fox. Oh, Alex, let me look it up. We have a Slack channel that hand and arm injury sliding into third tonight.
Brendan McKay.
That's one thing about when you work at a baseball mag, is the Slack channel. You know, I have Twitter, and I also have a Slack channel of baseball nuts who are often right there with the Twitter feed.
I think Brendan McKay just wanted to end that inning and get thrown out by about 60 feet.
But yeah, that was not a close one.
Yeah, so you have that Slack channel. We have the Slack channel that whenever there's some random injury or something weird like maybe a drone delaying the game, I have to go in the Slack and say, we need to add drones to delay games. What was... Did someone just, like, hurt his hand? Like filing his nail or something?
Trevor Bauer a few years ago.
Oh, that was...
Trevor Bauer a few years ago.
That was really weird. No, but someone, I think, on the Pirates hurt their hand filing their nail or something. Like, a couple days ago.
That, I don't remember, but not saying it's not true. I just don't remember.
It's in there.
So...
It's in the Slack somewhere.
So Honeywell's mowing guys down right now.
Yeah, I accused Trevor Bauer of advanced scouting today when that Pirates Twins game got delayed because
you
of
were
the
not the only one. that was a joke I saw.
Where was this injury? Someone tweeted it at us. I know I gave it to the team because I said we need to have all the weird injuries if we're going to have weird injuries. Padlo strikes out soon.
That is true. How many Ks is that for Luzardo now?
Luzardo has... that's his third. Honeywell's got 5. The answer is Chad Kuhl was removed from the afternoon's game due to an abrasion on the cuticle of his right index finger. I don't know how that happens, but... Shortstop had to cover some ground. Honeywell gets his 6th strikeout there.
Man, my stream is behind.
You know what I realized? I have like my cable company has an app that I have to use if I want to watch baseball and not Tom and Jerry. They were like 3 or 4 pitches behind.
Yes.
I was very upset. Usually the MLB app is like a pitch behind, but the cable app was way far behind.
No, that's one of the things that when I go from at bat for the playoffs to watching, I have YouTube TV, and and it's all of a sudden it's like, I can't watch Twitter while I do this.
Yeah,
everything gets ruined for me.
And the at-bat app, at least on a phone, or at least I should say, at least on an Android phone, it does the little thing where it'll do like, it'll shrink and you can still go and do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But no other apps seem to want to be nice about that.
But good pitchers duel here so far.
Yeah, last week Jackson Kovar, I think. I forget who he was going up against, but they had a great pitcher's duel in the stream. The only problem was it was such a good pitcher's duel that it ended up going like 15 innings. Line drive single. There we go. Brandon McKay. This kid might be able to hit. So we got runners on first.
Having a night.
2 out.
I'm surprised Lowe didn't go to third on that because he is speedy.
Lucius Fox grounds out to end the inning. All right, Honeywell's got 6 Ks so far. Make it 7. Azaro. It's a good name. Make it 8.
A mountain of a man.
All right. Beck gets into one, but just a fly out. It was a quick inning for Honeywell there.
Yeah, I mean, again, he's rolling so far. Not that Luzardo's been bad either.
There's another strikeout for Luzardo's tally. That gives him 4.
I love the shifts on the lefty.
I always find that weird because your first baseman can only go so far.
Right.
And
everyone else can shift.
Yeah.
Although I did see a shift recently in a situation where they had, I want to say it was the Rays, because I think they had Choi. Basically, I would describe him as playing second base. So that was a very weird shift.
Choi he might just be a baseball anomaly with his random right-handed home run.
Laid down the bunt, but not. Still a pitcher's duel.
Yeah, top of the 5th or top of the 6th, still 2-1. The Rays lead.
And Honeywell doesn't even look that tired yet. Still in the green.
Jorge Mateo's gonna get to stretch his legs again. A second triple for Jorge Mateo.
That's
Just send him. Risk it. It's worth it.
No.
With one out.
That ball was in the shortstop's hand as he slid into third. Playing the infield in. They don't want to tie this game up. They don't want to.
And Bolt does not want them to not want to tie it up, so he hits a little flare over to the shortstop for an RBI single. So now we're tied up.
Well, again, the good thing is we are. I don't want the 14 innings we had last week, but when I missed that, but we've had plenty of good games in these replays.
They've all been extremely competitive. I think we had one that was like a 3 or 4 run game. But...
Yeah, but we haven't had any real blowouts.
That was Honeywell's 10th K of the game.
Needed that a batter earlier.
And there's his 11th.
And that might be his last of the game. He is.
Yeah, what's his
He was like 80. But Jorge Mateo has kept basically the A's in this by
80,
himself.
80 pitches, 55 strikes so far for Honeywell. Luzardo's got 4 Ks. He's 84 pitches in,
so he doesn't have that much left to go.
This will almost definitely be his last inning if he can get through it.
By the way, 30,000 at Tropicana. So for Tropicana, this is a record attendance.
We can fill the stadium with the BAPL.
Which, obviously not, non-COVID here, but not only that, but last year the Rays tarped off the upper deck and basically lowered the capacity to 25K for most of the season.
Fly out for Wander Franco. Also, I don't know if it's just me, looks a lot brighter in the game than in real life.
Yes. Yes.
It had that look of like a...
I will say, I've gone to Tropicana. I don't find it as awful as most people think of that ballpark.
We went there to a game, and I can tell you I don't remember one thing about the stadium. Which, I don't know if that's me not paying attention.
You don't remember the Rays in the outfield?
No, I remember it looking like a...
It doesn't have a whole lot of distinguishing...
I just remember it being kind of gray and feeling like you're in like a Costco or a BJ's, kind of. Had like that weird gray halogen lighting, I guess, or something. Not halogen. Like it feels like those flicker lights. Yeah, it feels like it has like gray fluorescent lights in there.
Cardinal fan, I'm liking your chances of this being that he goes 7 innings flat. 93 pitches right now. If he gets an out here on Lazaro, I think it is 7 innings.
That's his 12th
12
strikeout.
Ks.
Let him go.
Nice outing by Brent Honeywell.
Luzardo coming back out with 91 pitches. And strikes out Josh Lowe. He said, we obviously thought he wasn't going to come back out, and he came back out and announced his presence with authority.
Yeah, we've gotten the pitching duel we were hoping for here. I have to say, that does look like Brendan McKay. And I say that because I didn't read who the batter was that time. I just looked at the picture, and I'm like, yep, that's Brendan McKay.
I want to say that's going to be the game for Luzardo. 101 pitches, 69 strikes.
Yeah, I think so.
6 Ks, 1
Now we're going to see. Does Honeywell come back out? Yes, he does. Sorry, Cardinal fan.
With 99 pitches already. Well, technically, if he doesn't get an out, still 7 innings flat. 1-1 count. A little grounded to short. It will not be 7 innings flat.
Look, he might get 8.
It was 7 1/3.
Oh.
Good job. Michael Plasmeyer coming in.
One of the
172 ERA.
lesser known pitching prospects for the Rays, but I think he'll pitch in the majors. Good control. They've got several lefties like him. Him and Josh Fleming are a pair of guys I both like. Nicely done, Alex.
And he strikes out Poussin. That's his 80th. Poussin's 80th strikeout. It's awesome.
Oof.
Whatever his name is. That's his 80th strikeout this season. It's a big number right there. Jorge Mateo looking for his 3rd triple of the game.
He likes triples.
I'm just going to bloop this one over the second baseman's head for a single.
It
But
still works.
75 speed, it could end up being a triple by the end of this at bat. Skybolt with another.
Yeah, it
single.
is true, Alex, that you have an unfair advantage in this prediction.
All right, Bolt with a single. Jorge Mateo to third.
Not a great start here for Plasmeyer. Maybe they should have left Honeywell in.
Runners on the corners for Austin Allen. So he gets the lefty-lefty matchup. Austin Allen fly ball to right. And it's going to be caught for out number 3. All right. Nico up. Luzardo still in the game with 100.
That surprises me. But he wants to get 7 1/3 also.
Yeah. He wants to show Alex how wrong he is. And there's the end of third. And he's gone, just like that.
Yeah, they're like 7 1/3.
Grant Holmes coming in for the A's to face Xavier Edwards.
One of the hardest throwing high school pitchers. Well, he touched high levels, didn't sustain it, but touched high levels from the 2015 draft. If I'm right, Holmes. Going off the top of my head, but I think it was that 15 class.
So fly out to left for out number 2. And a
So
strikeout.
right now we're looking at 14 innings.
That's what it's feeling like. But did the A's really just pinch hit their cleanup guy? Pinch hit for their cleanup guy? Okay. Sean Murphy into bat. Plasmeyer staying in. Murphy hitting 400 as a pinch hitter. Murphy hitting more than 400 now as a pinch hitter.
Well called.
Well, you got a double.
I think Plasmeyer should be out of here pretty soon.
Yeah, why are we sticking with this guy? Sheldon Noisy up, none out, and they're gonna walk him. All right, let's take this guy out, or keep him in. I guess that's an option.
And there's no lefty left in the lineup for a long time. Why are you? Yeah, I'm not a fan of that walk either.
Logan Davidson grounds to short. They flip it over to second, and Brujan can't find the handle. And now we got bases loaded, none out.
Can't be an error, Alex. Oh, it is an out. He didn't get the out at
Didn't
second.
get first
I'm
out,
sorry.
yeah.
I probably take the back. I thought they got the out at second.
All right, now it's time for Lazaro to do his thing. And
Yeah, bases loaded, no out. This is going to be.
I think the whole chat knew what's coming in this pitch. Maybe we should get Plasmeyer right there. All right, Oakland takes a 3-2 lead on that wild pitch.
I was actually thinking when you said that, obviously run a little bit behind, but I did think wild pitch would be
Makes sense.
apropos.
Why are we walking guys with no outs? All right, Austin Beck up, 0 for 3 on the day, bases loaded, and Plasmeyer still
They
in
want
the
the
game.
force out, and they feel like, why is Plasmeyer?
All right, they get the old 6-2-3 double play. Now he looks like a genius.
No, I'm not going there.
Yeah, what is up? We gotta take a look at the Rays bullpen and see if they're all right. Ground to the third, and they get out of it. Well,
But still,
they survive, but A's take the lead 3-2. What is up?
I have to say, though, if your bases loaded, the run expectancy chart of bases loaded, no out is much more than 1 run.
Yeah, I don't know why they stuck with Plasmeyer.
Adlow, Franco, Hernandez. So
Bradley, Doxaxis, Ghost, Goss, they're good. I don't know why. They decided to stick with them. All right, Miguel Romero coming in for the A's, try to close it out. He seems to throw some gas. So. Converted 17 of 19 save opportunities. Currently 5th in the BAPL in saves. Grounder to short for out number 1. Wander Franco up. Fly ball to right and call.
Down to the last out. And it is their best home run hitter so far, Ronaldo Hernandez.
Hit the hell out of that one. A whole 12 feet? 13 feet, maybe?
And he's a catcher, so beating that out was never going to happen.
Yeah.
Good game.
Yeah, A's win 3-2, 7 hits for the A's, 4 for the Rays. Each team had an error. Honeywell 7 1/3, 4 hits, 2 runs, 12 Ks on 102 pitches. 7 1/3 for Luzardo, 4 hits, 2 runs, 6 Ks on 104 pitches. So very strong starting pitching outing. Luzardo gets player of the game, so he gets that. Double for Murphy. 2 triples
nice
for
game
Mateo.
score.
And McKay with a double was the only extra base hit for the Rays. So, good game.
Nicely done.
Good game overall. And exactly 10 p.m. Eastern time, which is perfect. And I think
I've enjoyed this as always, DJ.
I appreciate you being on here. And I think after this, I will stick around and I'm going to do my do some of my White Sox franchise. Haven't played that in a while, so we can see what's going on there. Make sure you guys head over to baseballamerica.com, see what's going on. Read JJ's latest post, as we talked about. Bunch of great stuff going over there. You guys just did updated rankings, right?
Yeah, we did. Updated 30s.
Yeah, so definitely
all
head over there
30
and check it
teams.
out. You can also follow JJ on Twitter at JJCoop36. And listen to the Baseball America podcast. They have Oklahoma coach Skip Johnson on in the latest episode.
Talking about they got a rotation to replace.
Yeah. Go do all that stuff. BaseballAmerica.com. Go sign up, get your membership. And thanks for joining us. We'll be back again next Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, with another update to the Baseball America Prospects League. Also, when you go to BaseballAmerica.com, in the top, you'll see a button that says BAPL Sim, and that'll take you over where you can find all the league leaders, standings, everything about the game. I'll send them the file tonight. They'll get that updated. Hopefully it'll be up there tomorrow for you guys to check out. Thank you guys for coming out. JJ, again, thank you for being here. And
awesome. Thank you.
We'll see you guys again next week. Take it easy, folks.